Narcissistic person traits can be tricky to identify, especially since they are often masked by charm and charisma. These traits are not just about vanity or self-obsession but extend into deeper behaviors and attitudes that can affect relationships and everyday interactions. From grandiosity and entitlement to a lack of empathy and constant need for admiration, these traits paint a piece of the larger picture of what it means to live with, or interact with, a narcissistic person. Grandiosity is one of the most conspicuous narcissistic person traits. Individuals displaying this trait hold a deep-seated belief that they are special and unique, setting them apart from others. This sense of grandeur isn't always rooted in reality or backed by significant achievements. Instead, it is typically a self-perceived superiority which may not align with the views of those around them. Another very common narcissistic trait is a constant craving for admiration. Narcissists are not merely content with self-adulation, they also seek external validation to reinforce their inflated self-image. This constant craving for admiration often drives them to exhibit behaviors designed to attract praise and recognition. Their desire for admiration is a bottomless pit, a ceaseless quest for applause, compliments, and affirmation. They thrive on this steady stream of praise, which acts as a mirror reflecting the grandeur they believe themselves to possess. However, this dependency on external validation makes them vulnerable. If the admiration they receive falls short of their expectations, it can trigger negative emotions. They become agitated or angry, perceiving the lack of adulation as a slight against their worth. Even well-intended constructive criticism can be misconstrued as an affront, leading to defensive reactions rather than introspection. Another defining narcissistic trait is a distinct lack of empathy, which can be further divided into two categories: emotional and cognitive empathy. Understanding this distinction provides deeper insight into the complexities of narcissistic behaviors. Emotional empathy, also known as affective empathy, refers to the ability to respond appropriately to another person's emotional state. It involves sharing and understanding the feelings of others on an emotional level. Cognitive empathy, on the other hand, involves understanding someone else's emotions intellectually. It's about recognizing and understanding another person's emotional state, even if you don't share those feelings. Narcissists often display a significant deficiency in both types of empathy. Their focus is primarily on their own needs and desires, which take precedence over the emotions of others. They do not care about the distress they cause by their actions, or they will disregard the feelings of others if acknowledging them doesn't serve their self-interest. Exploitative behavior is a common trait among narcissists. They will not hesitate to manipulate or deceive others to accomplish their objectives, displaying an absolute disregard for the feelings or well-being of those they exploit. This exploitative nature is deeply rooted in their self-centered worldview, where personal desires and goals overshadow all else. Narcissists are proficient in identifying and capitalizing on the vulnerabilities of others for their advantage. They often exhibit an astute understanding of human psychology, skillfully maneuvering situations to favor their interests. Envy is a characteristic trait that often lurks beneath the surface of the grandiose self-image of a narcissist. Despite portraying an image of superiority and self-assuredness, narcissists frequently harbor feelings of envy towards others. They resent anyone who possesses what they crave, or who receives more recognition or accolades. This envy arises from their deep-seated need for affirmation and admiration. When they perceive that someone else is receiving what they believe is rightfully theirs, it triggers feelings of envy and resentment. Conversely, narcissists also operate under the belief that others are envious of them. They perceive themselves as superior, and therefore, assume that others must be jealous of their accomplishments, status, or possessions. This belief serves to reinforce their grandiose self-image and shields them from any feelings of inadequacy. Narcissists firmly believe they deserve special treatment and will become irritated or even angry if they don't receive what they perceive as their due. This sense of entitlement extends to various aspects of their life, from personal relationships to professional environments, and even to public spaces. For instance, in social situations, a narcissist may expect preferential treatment such as skipping lines, receiving exclusive benefits, or being the center of attention. Narcissists exude an inflated sense of superiority. They believe they are inherently superior and more important than others, which leads to a disregard for other people's feelings, thoughts, or ideas. For instance, in group discussions, a narcissist will dismiss the opinions of others, believing that their perspective is the only valid one. This behavior stems from their deep-seated conviction that they possess superior intellect, wisdom, or insight compared to others. Narcissists often indulge in fantasies of unlimited success, power, beauty, or ideal love. For instance, a narcissist may daydream about achieving fame or wealth, even when their current circumstances suggest otherwise. They might envision themselves as powerful figures, superior intellects, or irresistible lovers, far removed from the reality of their actual capabilities or achievements. Narcissists invariably prioritize their own needs and desires, often at the expense of others, and show little consideration for the impact of their actions on those around them. Additionally, their need for constant admiration and affirmation can make them oblivious to others' needs or feelings unless it serves their purpose. Narcissistic traits, such as grandiosity, a need for admiration, and insensitivity towards others, can be challenging to navigate, both for the individuals who possess these traits and for those around them. These characteristics can profoundly impact relationships, fostering conflict and misunderstandings. If you or someone you know consistently exhibits narcissistic traits that cause distress or dysfunction, it's crucial to seek professional help. Mental health professionals can provide the necessary support and intervention strategies to manage these traits and improve overall well-being. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.